Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's Puerto Rico taking on Seattle. Along with my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Chavez. And we got a rubber match on our hands today, partner.
Yeah, the final game of a 3-game set. They've split the first two, and regardless of how important the series is within the larger picture of the season, it's a game you want to get up for. Every series win feels good, so we should see a fun matchup in this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Almost ready to get underway. And on the mound today, Luis Castillo. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boog, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Here comes a pitch. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Brewer calls it in, and there's one away. Okay, let's check out the lineup. And now the rookie second baseman. This guy is an elite level hitter, especially considering contact, just the ability to hit for average. What you really like, though, stays in against those righties, and that's not so easy as a right-handed batter. Gets him to chase after that one.
There's some players, for whatever reasons, they seem to just face a slew of right-handed pitchers, and their comfort level increased so much that they'd actually prefer to face that same side thrower in a tough situation.
Fly ball down the line, and that's a fair ball.
At third, the left fielder, number 6.
And stepping in, the rookie left fielder. And a pitch. Fly ball down the line. This has got a chance, and it is.
Good solid contact right there, just a bit out in front of that fastball. I'll try to stay on that backside just a little bit longer and see if we can do some damage.
Righty delivers. Swing and a miss. Stopping him out. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. Now it's the rookie first baseman, Miguel Velasquez. 2 outs. Now one close, rule the ball, and it's 2-1. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
And a swing and a miss, and that's that. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. No score. Back here with my pal Siggy. Today's starting pitcher, Felix Ortega.
Oh, you know this guy wants to be better than that. I mean, the ERA is bloated. He understands that he's got to put his team in a better position to win ball games. And at this point, you have to forget about your own individual stats, and you have to go out there and attack and try to get that W. And if you do that, you'll look up.
It's in and out of his glove. But the throw to first gets him easily, and that's the first out. Let's take a look at our lineup. Not the highest team batting average for this squad. They're down towards the bottom of the league in total hits, and Singy, because of that, they don't score a ton.
Yeah, and Boog, I'm looking for a little better performance out of them today. I mean, if they're going to be dangerous, if they're going to be able to create scoring opportunities, they're going to have to start making some individual adjustments. A lot of players in this lineup probably aren't happy with how they've hit the ball so far. So today's a chance to get something going.
Just missed. Ball. 1 out, bases empty. Swing Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Swings and misses. 2 up, 2 down.
He just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count off at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
And now it's Juan Soto. Next offering is in for a strike.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
And that's down and away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Scoreless after 1. And we're back. And here is number 78.
Not only can he hit the cover off the ball, he's got a great eye as well.
The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. Ripped on the ground to second. Slings to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Aldo Mendez.
And the batter now, Aldo Mendez. No score here in the second. Headed down the line. Turns to the right on the move. And puts the squeeze on that one. That's out number 2.
The shortstop, number 2.
Now it's the shortstop. Two down, nobody on. Swings through that.
1 and 2, count.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Stepping in, Alexis Perez.
This kid picked up in a trade. A lot was offered and given to get him, but he's got a real high ceiling.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is filled up.
Oh, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. Talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
And a pitch. Line to left. There goes. Around first and hustling for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Whipped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that ball in front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Here's the rookie third baseman, De La Cruz. Man at second. That's inside.
2 and 1.
Swings through that one for strike 2. Our umpire behind the plate, Jerry Hillsdale. High praise for Jerry when we talk to people around the game.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Boog. He's very straightforward, very consistent back there. So most of the time, you're not even going to think about it. That's a good thing.
And he deals. That's a little bit low. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently. Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Now here is Jordan Brewer. Well, softly, but that goes foul. And another ball.
Full count.
In the dirt, blocked. Nice job behind the plate there. That's a laser base hit into third now. So runners at the corners and one out.
He was all over that one. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way along the line. You don't hear him. It takes so many reps in the cages, working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
So one out with two aboard. Next to hit, Joshua Lopez.
Last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
The 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty good two-out at bat coming up now.
Down the left fielder. 2 on, 2 outs. Down the line. On the move. He's got it. And that is the third out of the inning. We'll move to the third with no score. Top half of the third inning, and now number 13. He is at the top of the game in terms of defense at the catching spot.
It's so impressive because these guys have to do so much study and preparation for their pitchers, for opposing hitters, and really their number one job is to guide that staff through a ball game. And so when you also can turn it up offensively and be a force there, that is a win-win, every manager's dream.
Reyes now at the plate. One down, base is empty. Next offering misses down and away.
When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
The wind of the pitch. The 2-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
And a swing and a miss, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now it's Elias Diaz. He's a former All-Star Game MVP, Siggy. Base hit.
sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
So the batting order turns over. Here's the second baseman, Rivera. And the pitch. And a count 1-2. Diaz on at first, nobody out. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And here it comes. Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, 3. And they turn the double play.
As a former player, watching 5-4-3 double plays brings back some adrenaline. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport.
Now it's the switch hitting outfielder. 2 outs. On the ground right side, and that one finds its way through.
Just one of those seeing high base hits through the infield. It just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you an out. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
2 outs, runner at first. Here's some real power at the plate. Juan Soto. Here goes the runner. The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. And another ball. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Righty to the plate. And this is inside. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
A great back and forth in that at bat. He had to play off some really close pitches, and somehow Bergie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
That's outside. 2-1. First and second, 2 down. That one inside. 3-1. 2 on, 2 outs. And fouled off. Pitch. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Blue. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
So 2 down, and now here is De La Cruz. Still tied at 0, last of the 3rd. There's the strike. And the right-hander deals. Caught him looking for the K.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
As we go to the top of the 4th. Now at the plate, number 12.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
The wind of the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle, but I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
That one ripped. could be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Put a really nice balance swing on it. And you can roll one into the gap like that. You're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box. And he'll feel real good about that one. Now let's see if they can put up the first run of the game.
Go ahead run on base. Here's the left fielder. That one misses, and a count 2-1.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Man at second. Back to the mound and hit him. Safe at first, and now we'll check on the right-hander. Hope he's all right. The catcher coming out to check on him. It looked like they got him on his back leg. So you wonder if that might be a problem for him in terms of pushing off the run.
Yeah, it's a great point, and we'll have to see how he looks. But to me, it appears he's moving pretty well. I think it's just going to sting for a while, but hopefully nothing more.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Miguel Velasquez. The pitch. Got him to chase one upstairs there. On the ground could be two. Lopez to second for one. And a run scores on the double play.
First and third, nobody out. You're thinking you've got it lined up for a pretty big inning right here. So that double play is sort of deflating. They get the run in, but now they're starting all over.
And now the right fielder. Two down, nobody on. Fouls one off. 2-2. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout. So they get one run on 2 base hits. No errors and nobody left on. On now to the bottom of the fourth. The Athletics have the lead 1-0. And we're back. And now it's going to be Jordan Brewer. Trying to kick the pitch. Swing and a miss. Now 1-2.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
That misses the zone. Full count now.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
In the air to left down the line. And there's one down. So digging in, Joshua Lopez. One down, base is empty. And that's outside. And that's ball 2. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
Tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
2-2 now. Into the outfield, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game. And all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And at first with one gone, now the left fielder. And a pitch. Runner on the go. Little chopper rolls foul. And the righty deals. That one missed.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Ortega checks the runner. Lopez back in on a dive. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. And here's the catcher, LBSDA. The MO for him is contact. The guy who's going to deliver average, not a ton of power. He's looking to hit a line drive somewhere.
Well, that's why it's a team. And when you look at a lineup, he's a great 2-hole hitter or a guy that you can put at the bottom to help turn that lineup over to have some momentum for your top hitters coming up to the plate.
2 outs. Line drive and foul ball. Pitch. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Picks up strikeout number 7. So 1 hit is all they get. On to the top of the 5th we go. The A's on top 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Aldo Mendez. Left-hand batter waits. Just missed.
2-1.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Comes a 2-2.
Down is full.
Swings through for the K. Some high cheese for strike 3.
Now, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
2 down.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And another ball. Reyes waiting for a turn at the plate. 2 outs, base is empty. Swings and misses, struck him out. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the second baseman, Rivera.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
That's off the mark, and it's 2-1.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Next offering is in for a strike. The pitch. And it stays
Well, he's been working out of the stretch just about the entire game. A lot of base runners on against him, and he's just done a really nice job of scattering the hits, not giving up any runs. But at some point, your luck usually runs out.
No outs, runner at first. And now the center fielder. Right-hander kick steals. Runner on the go. Throw. Save. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Pulled the string of a changeup.
I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very heavy pitch. Right over the ball of the plate. And I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
Here's Juan Soto. And it's second.
That's down. That's the ball.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Left-hand hitter waits. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Rivera leads off second with one gone in the inning. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. Alexis Perez getting ready to hit.
Look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
On the ground. In plenty of time to first, and that is the inning. We go to the top half of inning number 6. Here's the third baseman, Reyes. Kicks and deals. In the air, left field, down the line. Sizing this one up. Calls it in, and there's one away. So the lineup flips over. Punts the next to hit. On its way to the corner. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, he'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if he lays off on a close pitch like that, but just not right there. Strike zone definitely expand a little bit with 2 strikes.
Standing in is the power hitting second baseman. On the ground is short, and it's through for a hit. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
That one off the mark, and it's 2-1.
2 quick outs, needed to get that third one, wasn't able to do it. Now you bring up the heart of this order. You got to find a way to get it done right here.
And that drops in for a strike.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity.
And a swing and a miss. And that is that. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. On to the bottom of inning number 6. Puerto Rico out front 1-0. Bottom of the 6th inning. Now it's going to be De La Cruz.
Number 31.
2-2.
Hangs and misses. It's a strikeout. Went right after him with that 2-strike pitch as he continues to roll on the mound.
Yeah, he's not out there trying to nibble at all. He is attacking the strike zone, and I think when your confidence builds as the start goes on, still putting up all zeros on the scoreboard gives you a lot of confidence that you can really continue to go after these hitters. And that wasn't the best pitch for the strikeout there, and he'd probably admit that, but he got it by him.
Bounced out to short. And that quickly 2 away.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now the shortstop, Joshua Lopez. 2 down, nobody on. Hit hard on the ground is short. Zips it across. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. And we're back. And now the first baseman, Miguel Velasquez.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Ryan Stanek appears to be getting ready for manager Scott Service. Bauman getting loose as well. Righty delivers. Got him looking, and he did not like the call.
It's almost like he's telling the guys in the bullpen, stand down, I got this.
Now it's the right fielder. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
Ripped to short. Throws to first in time. And 2 away to start the 7th. So now here's the DH, Aldo Mendez. Here comes a pitch.
So what we're seeing is a lineup that's just out of sync with the pitcher. They're guessing wrong and their timing's off.
And he deals. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs.
2-2.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Base hit. That was smoke through the infield. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Well, we call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
And here comes Scott Service as he's ready to make a change on the mound. Luis Castillo won't go. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Ryan Stanek. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Kicks and fires. That's outside. Ball 2.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Move to first. Mendez back easily. Mendez off of first with 2 away. And the slider just misses. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Right-handed reliever fouls one away, and now 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Fouled off again, but it remains 3-2. Two outs. Here's a rocket out to left. That's the catch in the goal. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now, number 93. Looking to get the tying run on base. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And a pitch. And there's a ball. Left side. Tosses to first, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
You want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many high-level plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Elias Diaz digs in now. One down, base is empty. 95 with that one. The stuff has been excellent.
Oh, I'm impressed with that challenge pitch right there. Even with this slim lead, this guy's not afraid to go right after these hitters.
And here it comes. And just misses with that one.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Trying to hold a one-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. To the right side, and that one handled in plenty of time to first. So it was a long battle at the plate, but they still managed to get the out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
And now Rivera. Holding on to a one-run lead here in the 3rd and final game of the series. Fly ball down the line. Long run. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. And a 1-2 again. And a swing and a miss. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Mike Baumer comes on now, and he'll feature a hard slider to work off his fastball. Here's the catcher. He might just be the best hitting catcher in the game today.
Well, Boog, he's so valuable, does a good job behind the plate, but offensively, he's a middle of the order type of bat, especially when you talk about catchers, and their #1 job is to handle the pitching staff and prevent runs. This guy is able to add runs by producing them.
in there, and the count is even 2-2.
And just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And a pitch. That's off the mark, and now it's 3-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And a base hit into right center field. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, but he's in there easily.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. The approach he had right there with that pitch, not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Now the third baseman, Reyes. And another ball. Next offer in there for a strike. And the count's even at 2.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Next pitch is downstairs. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're in the top of the 8th. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Goes down looking. So up next, Hunts.
Number 51.
And a pitch. Right side. Brewer calls it in for the out. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, number 12.
Now the number 2 hitter. Here's a 1-1. And that's outside. Next offer in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, when those hitters count, sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, number 56.
Big swing and miss stuff right here, Boog. Averaging more than 1 strikeout per inning this season. So far, he's been pretty electric.
Well, 1-run game. Here's the center fielder.
Number 46.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
Well, that right there could end up being a big walk in this game. He's certainly a threat on the bases, especially with him looking to tie this thing up.
Outs. Runner at first. Soto down. With the go-ahead run at the plate, near the bottom half of the 8th inning. Wouldn't chase that time.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Righty to the plate. To the right side. Off balance feed. There's 1. Relay to first. Double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays that you do in the infield. First baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
And here's the first baseman, Alexis Perez. And another ball.
High.
2 down, nobody on. That one at the knees for a strike. Next offering down low and in the dirt. Home team down a run here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. Swing and a high fly ball to left. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Miguel Castro.
Well, he's been a bit of a wild card out there in terms of throwing strikes. He's definitely struggled with free passes this year.
Here's the left fielder.
For Puerto Rico, the left fielder, number 6.
And a pitch. That clips the inside corner for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And he chases that one. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
That slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Miguel Velasquez now at the plate. 1 down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2. Towards first. Perez steps on the bag. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 9th. Running out of chances to pad the lead. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the right fielder. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the 9th, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The pitch. Tried to check his swing there. Now an appeal to first, and he held up. And the right-hander deals. And that's off the inside edge. 3-2 now. Aldo Mendez in the on-deck circle. Two outs. On the ground to third. Throws to first, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors. We head now to the bottom of the 9th. The Athletics out front here, 1-0. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Freddie Garcia.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
1-run game, bottom 9. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. The pitch. That one just misses. 2-2.
And now a little barking back towards the umpire. Clearly thought he got that outside corner on what was a pretty big pitch. Sometimes that only makes it worse for you moving forward, but it can also open up that location in the future if the umpire thinks.
And a swing and a miss. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
Well, I definitely say that's a statement strikeout right there. You come out of the bullpen, go right after the hitters, and 3 pitches later, you got 1 out. Tell you what, if you're in the dugout, you're looking at each other and saying, it's going to be tough to get to today.
Now it's the right fielder, Jordan Brewer. The 1-1. Far off foul.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
Pitch. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Trying to close out a one-run lead. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Swing and a miss, and he got him. That's the second out.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and strikes out the first 2 hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated, and then this is going to go quickly. But you got to go up there, maybe try to find a way to choke up on the bat, spread out, put the ball in play, and maybe you can extend this inning.
So they're down to their final out. Now it's the shortstop, Joshua Lopez. And the righty deals. And he grounds one to the right side. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
Well, the goal when you go on the road is to at least play 500 ball. Well, they've been winning series. They win this one here. And you got yourself a little bit of breathing room. You want to keep the same mindset. Let's go to the next place and let's take that series again.
1-0 the final. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shelby saying so long.
Our final line score. First for the victorious visiting team. 1 run on 6 hits. No errors. They left 4 runners on base. For the home team, no run, 6 hits. No errors. They left 7 runners on base. Time of the ball game, a swift 2 hours and 19 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.